So once you've positioned your patient, you've taken their x-ray, you now have their x-ray on the screen, and what you'll do is you put the icon or the pointer cursor here on anywhere on the image, right click, and you want to go down to print, and you will oftentimes you may get this window. Just click OK, change it to black and white, and then come down and tell it to print. Now while that's printing, you can take and you're going to save the image, but do not stop on the save. You want to go down to send to, and you're going to click send to. You're going to come up with this screen right here. You need to come up here and make sure this is on folder location. It may be on emails, make sure it's on folder location. Come over to select, and then we're going to find our folder for today, which was Austin, Texas. So we're going to click OK, and now we have it going to our folder. Once you've done this for the first time for that day, it should default back to this, but always double check to make sure it's going to your folder. Next step you want to do is you want to come down here where it says Kodak file, and you want to click on the arrow and scroll down to the TIFF, the TIF. Click on that. You'll then come over here to annotations, and there's a little check mark. You want to click on that, take that click mark out, check mark off. And then you want to come down here in the lower left hand corner, and where if you see any of these blocks down here with a check mark in, click on them and uncheck them. But as you noticed, when you uncheck that, this now opened this up. You don't need the P1 on there, but this is where you will name the file. This is very important. You must do it in the right format. You will now, basically, if you come up here and look right up here, this is our patient information. And you will type it pretty much the same way as that, but you will type in the social with the dashes. It must have the dashes and be done correctly for LHI to accept this. Now once you've typed in the social, you will now put in a comma and a space. You will now type in their last name, and they must be in all caps. So I recommend that you keep it on cap lock. Do not put a comma here, simply a space. You will now type in their first name. You will put in another space. Don't worry about a middle initial or anything. All you need here is first and last name, but you will type in PG0, not O, but 01. If it is an O, it's unaccepted. It has to be PG01. Each and every patient will have the same thing after it. It will all be PG01. Once you've done that, come down here to click OK. And then, like I said, if you have your folder down here, click on your folder. You will open it up, and you will see that it's in. You have your file saved in your folder. Make sure it is. Again, make sure the format is correct. It's one social with dashes, a comma, a space, last, space, first name, space, and PG01. The other thing you may want to look for is to make sure that it's in the TIFF image file. If you kind of just hold your arrow over, make sure it says it's a TIF image file. And it should look, the icon should look similar to this. If it is saved incorrectly, it will, if you forget to change it to the TIFF file, usually it will have the big red and yellow K on there. That means you saved it as a Kodak, and you will need to come back to this image and resave it the correct way, and you can delete out the Kodak image. Now once you've completed that, you simply go back up here to the big red X on the big black screen, and it's important that you close out the black screen. If you close out this image first, you must also close out the black screen. If you do not close out that black screen, the next patient you put in there will not be his information. It will be the last patient that you took an image on's information with the new patient's image taken. So you must close that black screen. And once you've come back to this screen, many of the Pano assistants will basically hit their new button, ready to type in the new information. That basically concludes this portion of the video, and thank you for your time.